Okay, I'm going to show you a quick approach to mapping the parts of the body. What I would do is cut it off into pieces that are easier to map and don't have any overlapping. The hardest part will probably be the arms and the legs, but using the same approach of what I'm going to show you right now, you can achieve the same. And given that this model is a relatively low polygon model, you can actually click with your mouse many of the faces that you want to texture, and that's going to be much easier for you to approach. The first thing we want to do is, because there are so many little parts on this character, I'm going to only leave the body so that we can work only on that. The way to do that is clicking on the body, right click, isolate selection, and that's going to leave just the body for you to work with. Okay, I like to set up my screen on a certain way that is much easier. So I like to middle mouse and drag the character towards the left of the screen, and then with Control R, I actually rotate around the character. I just have to click within the circle, and that allows you to rotate around the character much easier. Okay. The next thing I want to do is open the UV editor. Here I have the Modify tab selected, and then you see the UV editor with the Unwrap selected. And I like to put this somewhere here so that I can see the tools down here and also in here. Okay, and then I'm pretty much set. The next step is to go to Polygon Mode, right here, Polygon Mode, so that you can select the faces. Okay, the polygon faces. If you're like me, that you like to set up the screen to see the faces better, and it does help, press F2 on the keyboard, and that will give you the shaded mode for the polygon face you have selected. Next step I want to do is I want to select only the chest part, the front of the chest, which is something that you would like to do to kind of cut the character into segments that are easier to work with. So I'm going to click on these two faces, and I'm holding the Control key to select more than one, like that. So I click on those two faces, and then I go down here on the UV editor window to Grow Ring UV. I click on it a few times, and what it does, it is expands the selection of the polygon faces that you have based on what is adjacent or next to what you had selected before. There is a similar tool on Polygon Mode also. Okay, so let's go around. We have fairly covered the area that I want, but there's some extra faces on the back that I did not want selected. So to deselect them, I hold the alternate key down and select on those faces, because I really want only the front part to be selected. And that's okay there. And oops, that's okay there. Let's see. I'll probably want to go a little bit higher here. So I'm going to press Control Shift to select a few more of these faces. Let me move this a little bit more. That's okay there. We could either leave these to be mapped as the arm, or we could select them now, but let's just leave them as they are then. And because I want a little bit of symmetry on the other side, I'm going to select these parts here. So once again, I hold Control Shift and select this segment over here. I missed one part. Okay. And pretty much I have the front of the chest selected, you see? The next step is, if you see that it's all meshed on the UV editor, it's not very clear. So what I want to do is I want to separate that. How do I do that? Let's scroll down here to the projection modes, and I'm going to select for this one the planar map. Let me zoom back.